Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Five, a weekly news show where we cover all of the hot topics of film and television announced throughout the week. My name is Sean from Lost in the Reel.
And I'm Dan from the Upside Dan. Today we will be discussing Tom Holland and the multiple titles for Spider-Man 3, the Paramount Plus releases, the Avatar Studios news, as well as trailer reactions such as Luca and Mortal Kombat. Now let's get this show on the road.
Let's do it. First up on the itinerary is the official announcement of the Spider-Man 3 name, which is No Way Home. We don't have an official synopsis for this film yet, but we do know that it will deal with the Spider-Man multiverse, and Tom Holland has said it is going to be one of the most ambitious superhero films ever made. So, Dan, what do you think of this new official title?
I like it a lot. I think it fits with so many theories that we might have, and it adds to more theories, a list of theories. Just like every Marvel thing, it adds to our suspense and intrigue. Like, we don't really know what's going to happen. We don't know why he can't find a way home and why there's no way home. So yeah.
I think, and I've come up with kind of two things that I think it's going to be, or why it's called No Way Home. One of them to me is kind of obvious. If he gets stuck in the multiverse and there's no way home for him, or the other one is that spoiler alert, but at the end of Far From Home, Mysterio kind of outed him to the world as Spider-Man, so maybe he's going to be hunted by people and he's going to be in hiding? What do you think?
Yes, I especially like the second one. Well, actually, either of them fit. Either of them would work. But yeah, I like he can't go back home because he doesn't want to endanger Aunt May and Mary Jane and Ned or any of his friends and family. He doesn't want to endanger them, so he can't go home because everyone's after him.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you were to pick, because they were trolling, Tom Holland and Zendaya and everyone was trolling with fake names, screwing with all of the MCU fans. If you could pick a different name, what would it be?
Oh, well, this would have been more funny, but it wouldn't have been that cool. Homeless, because the same kind of thing, like he was being hunted, he couldn't go home. Homeless would have been funny, and no place like home, just for like a Wizard of Oz reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I like No Way Home.
I like Come Home to Daddy. Spider-Man 3 Come Home to Daddy.
Yeah.
That's what I was rooting for, but No Way Home is good too.
It,
So they also announced that Tom Holland had signed a six film deal, and with No Way Home, that's going to be his last film on that contract. What do you think about that? Do you think he's going to continue being Spider-Man?
yes, I do. I do think, and I sure hope so. He's probably my favorite, iteration of it, of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Even though I do like Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, I think that's the better movie. But I love Tom Holland's like portrayal of him, and I think he's gonna continue. I mean, he's been saying he wants to take a break, and that people are taking that as, oh, he's gonna take a year's break. But I think he just wants a vacation, maybe. Yeah, so I think he's definitely gonna come back. I think he also said that he would do 10 more Marvel films if they let him. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way in hell that Marvel would let him not sign another contract to do Spider-Man. I think even if Kevin Feige had to kidnap Tom Holland, I think that he would do that
Yeah.
just to make sure that he continued being Spider-Man. So I definitely don't think that this is a big deal. I think he's going to sign another one.
Yeah, definitely.
So our number two news item of the week is the fact that Paramount Plus just went crazy and announced a bunch of TV shows and movies that are going to stream on the platform. Now, Paramount Plus is basically CBS All Access, but it's morphing into Paramount Plus on March 3rd. So a couple of announcements that they had were we're going to get a Halo TV series, which they bought from Showtime. That's going to happen. We're going to get a Frasier revival with Kelsey Grammer, and David Hyde Pierce is in talks to join as well. We also have a new Pet Cemetery movie, a new Paranormal Activity movie, and then we also have shows for The Italian Job, Love Story, Fatal Attraction, Flashdance, The Parallax View. We have a Star Trek animated CGI family show, as well as a revival of Criminal Minds, which literally just ended a couple of years ago, but we're getting more. So, Dan, do any of these excite you? What are your thoughts on all of these titles?
So, Paranormal Activity, I'll watch probably. I'm just a big horror fan, and I enjoyed the first two. I only watched the first two, really. And so, Pet Cemetery, I'm not so much excited for, but I'm gonna watch it. But I just didn't think the remake a couple years ago really hit the spot and was really all that great. And but a prequel, yeah, no, a prequel series maybe could be good. I'm gonna watch it just because it's Stephen King. And as for the others, I don't really watch them, and I think some of the shows that they're making out of movies is kind of odd, like Fatal Attraction, and like like it was a good movie, but yeah, I don't know. What do
How
you
are
think?
they going to make a show out of Fatal Attraction and Flashdance?
Dance, yeah, yeah, I don't know. And
Yeah,
the Star,
I'm interested in the Halo TV series just because I've played Halo. I like it. I don't know how it's going to necessarily adapt into a captivating television show, but I'm interested at least. And like you, I'll also watch the Paranormal Activity movie. Hopefully, they can bring something new to this franchise. Uh, but when it comes to these TV shows that are based on all of these old Paramount properties, to me, I'm like, okay, all of these, it's almost overload. And I feel like audiences are asking studios for original content. We're sick and tired of seeing sequels, remakes, reboots, all of that stuff. And I just don't understand why there was not a single, as far as I know, original title announced. Everything is just all of these rehashes of things that we've seen before. So I'm a little wary of Paramount Plus doing all of these things.
yes, I will say though, the Paramount Plus like commercials that were during the Super Bowl were really good. Those are really cool. But those are like the most intriguing part almost of Paramount Plus so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I so do you have CBS All Access?
yeah, I'm actually trying it out right now. I don't use it much though. Yeah,
I'm really interested to see if all of these announcements are going to make people get Paramount Plus, because I know there's a lot of people that were just like, screw CBS All Access, I'm not interested. So I'm interested to see if this is going to now beckon more people to stream Paramount Plus.
yeah, I think it will. Paramount's like a big name. I mean, CBS is too, but like Paramount just kind of encompasses more. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Another announcement that Paramount Plus did, which I think is very interesting, is the fact that they've now made a rule that all of their theatrical releases will have 45 days in theaters, and then after that, they will be released on Paramount Plus to stream at home. And that's going to start with A Quiet Place 2, which is releasing on September 17th, as well as Mission Impossible 7 following that on November 19th. So what do you think about this 40-day span of time?
I like it because I'm a big stickler for theaters. I love theaters. I love going to it, and so I like that it kind of it'll give you people more the chance to like go to theaters instead of like the HBO Max deal's great, but it can come at HBO Max the same day. I feel like most people are just going to pick HBO Max. But with this, more people that definitely want to see it. Like I definitely want to see A Quiet Place 2 quickly. And I think that more people will go to theaters to see it. Especially by then, I think it'll be more of a comfortable setting. Still not
Mhm.
everyone comfortable going to the theater, but I think it'll be more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, give me A Quiet Place 2 right now. Like I want that movie so bad. So I will definitely be seeing it in theaters, and I feel that like that's a movie that you want to see in theaters with as much of a crowd as possible. I actually think that this is good because 45 days is enough time for people to really be like, okay, I don't want to wait that long. I am going to go to the theaters to watch it. Whereas Universal already has a deal for all of their films. It's a 17-day gap between theaters and releasing on streaming. That to me is not enough time. More people will just choose to wait and stream it at home. I think the 45 days it warrants a theater going experience.
Yes, I do, and I agree about the Quiet Place too. It's like, 'cause the Quiet Place one, I had popcorn and a drink, and I might as well not have gotten that because I was scared of popcorn and scared to drink the drink during the quiet scenes. But yeah, it's a definite theater going experience. Yeah.
Definitely. So, the third news item on our list is something that I am very personally excited for. It is the announcement that Nickelodeon is launching Avatar Studios, which is basically going to be creating new and original content based on Avatar The Last Airbender series. They've also announced, which is amazing, that the original creators of the show, as well as The Legend of Korra, which is Michael DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, they are going to be the chief creative officers of this studio. I am so happy about this. What do you think about this news, Dan?
So I'm just recently getting into Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've heard great things about it, and it has such a high rating on IMDb, and I've heard like it's one of the best shows of all time. And then of course you recommended it to me, and I finally decided to give it a shot after this news and after your recommendation. And I'm enjoying it so far. I'm a few episodes in, so it definitely gets me more excited for this news that I wouldn't have normally known anything about really, or really even cared. But I definitely care more now, and I'm especially looking forward to seeing what they do with this universe and making it live action, making other animated content. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. I was very wary when they came out with Legend of Korra because I was like, how are they going to recreate this magic? And they did. I mean, that show is maybe not on the same level as The Last Airbender, but it is absolutely fantastic. So just the fact that these two creators are coming back and they are being given creative freedom to expand this world that we've fallen in love with, I am so excited. They did announce as well that the first project they're going to be doing is a theatrical animated film that further the adventures of Katara and Aang and hopefully Korra as well. So that's going to be amazing. And it starts production this year. So hopefully that'll be coming in the next couple of years or so. The one thing I'm interested to see is Netflix also does have the rights to Avatar The Last Airbender, so they are still going ahead with their live action version of the show, which the original showrunners were actually a part of, but left last year due to creative differences. I don't know how they're going to. I just feel like it's going to pale in comparison to this Avatar Studios news. And I think because the person that they brought on to be the showrunner, his name is Albert Kim. He comes from Sports Illustrated and Entertainment Weekly and ESPN. Uh, I'm a little confused by
Yeah.
that news. And they also have said that Katara is going to be older than Sokka. And to me, I'm like, okay, you're already screwing with things about the show that people are already close to and like. So I'm just really worried, and I don't even know if I'm cautiously optimistic about this show. What do you think? Would you watch it?
Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, now that you mention all that, yeah, especially the original creators leaving because of creative differences, and they're already changing like lore and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't. And I mean, as long as it's better than the M Night Shyamalan movie, but but yeah, or maybe it won't be. But I doubt that. But yeah,
I don't think anything could be as bad as M. Night Shyamalan's The Last Airbender. But one thing I do have to say is one of the biggest issues with that film is the fact that he changed everything that people already loved, and it seems like they're trying to do it again. I feel like Netflix, you need to learn the lesson of M. Night Shyamalan. Change what needs to be changed, but don't go in there and screw with what already works.
Yes, because even a talented person can screw it up. I mean, M. Night Shyamalan, I really like him. He's a really good director usually and writer, but not for that. Yeah.
Absolute disaster that movie was. Absolutely terrible. So number 4 on our list is something that I'm very interested to see and hear more news about, but it was just announced that David Fincher is making an adaptation of Alex Nolan's graphic novel, The Killer, and he will be reteaming, this is what grinds my gears, makes me all excited, is that he will be reteaming with Andrew Kevin Walker, the screenwriter that he worked with on Seven. And to put the cherry on top, Michael Fassbender was announced to star in this film. Just a really quick plot. It revolves around an elite assassin who suffers a psychological crisis as he attempts to remove himself from the political ramifications his killings have caused. The killer retires to Mexico, but his colleagues are still in need of his irreplaceable skills. Kind of sounds like John Wick to me. What do you think?
Yes, kind of sounds like John Wick, but I'm excited because Seven. I just watched Seven actually for the first time last year, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's such a good classic movie, and I'm definitely excited for these two, teaming up again and making this sounds interesting. It sounds like a good fit for them. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it definitely does. I love Fincher. Not a huge fan of Mank, but that's a whole different story. But I think he really thrives in this genre, kind of classic neo-noir mystery thriller type stuff like Seven, Zodiac. I feel like I'm missing one. The Game. Anyways, I think he's amazing, and this is right in his wheelhouse. And to bring the writer of Seven back, they made magic together way back in the '90s. I hope they do it again here.
Yes, and Michael Fassbender.
Yes, can't forget about Michael Fassbender. And lastly, for the day, we are going to be doing our trailer reactions. We're actually going over 5 different trailers. We're doing Cruella, Mortal Kombat, Army of the Dead, Luca, and finally the new Netflix adaptation of Shadow and Bone. So let's start out with Cruella. Okay, do you want to get started on your thoughts about Cruella first?
Yeah, sure. All right, so I really didn't have any expectations for this movie, to be honest, and I'm not a huge fan of the Maleficent series. It's not that great. And but this trailer actually really surprised me. I think this trailer looks very good. I think it makes the movie look really good. Emma Stone, I love her accent. I think she is going to do great with this character. I think she did a good job here. I think the trailer looks very good. I think it looks cool, and it looks like. I don't know. I just like the feel of it, even though it kind of feels like Birds of Prey. But
yeah, that's a really good point. I definitely get Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad vibes. I know people have already kind of done that comparison already. I do like where they're going with it. I think that it seems a lot darker than what I was expecting. It looks more stylish. And I also like that we don't really know the plot at all. We just kind of get the vibe of the character from this trailer. But I am not sold on Emma Stone at all. No, I don't know if she's hamming it up. I don't think she's the right pick for this role. I personally, I don't see it here. I think she's hamming it up. I don't know. You think she's going to be really good?
I like this trailer. I was the other way around. I didn't think she was a good pick before I saw this trailer. I was like, well, first of all, I don't know if we knew. Did we know from the beginning that it was an origin story? Yeah, we might have.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
So I was like, well, she's too young. But even though it's an origin story, I guess, but she's too young. But then when I saw this trailer, I think she looks really good in the role. I think she sounds really good in the role. I don't know. I liked her.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'll have to see when it comes out in May, but I think the movie looks interesting to me. It's the performance that I'm not sold on, but I mean, we'll probably see another trailer, and hopefully I'll change my mind. But right now, I just think she looks ridiculous in the role. But that's just me.
Wait, do you have a dream casting that you would have liked to see as Cruella?
Ooh, that's a good question. Um, I don't know. I feel like see the actresses that I'm thinking of are like a little bit older. But like I would love to see like a Charlize Theron. I would love to see Emily Blunt be Wicked. I think that it's that would be a departure for her, but I think she could pull it off because I think she's a great actress. But yeah, those are the two that are coming to mind. What about you?
Um, yeah, this is an odd pick. I don't know if you, I don't know why, but Adina Menzel.
Oh yeah.
I don't, yeah. I don't know even know why, but she just gets that. I don't know. I could see her being.
I really love that pick. I don't know if I'm thinking like from the musical Wicked, but I think she has shown her acting chops other than just singing in Frozen. I think she's a great actress, and I think she could play devilish and Wicked very well. That's a good choice. I like it. Okay, so let's do Mortal Kombat next.
All right.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat. I was not expecting anything from this film. I was hoping that it would look kind of fun. I've only seen the first Mortal Kombat when I was a kid. I haven't seen the second one, which I've heard is god awful. But this looks like a blast. The special effects look good enough, and the action looks really creative. Obviously, I don't expect anything, high art or a captivating story, but for a good like popcorn flick, this looks like it's going to deliver.
Yes, I completely agree. I was not expecting much. I've really only played the games a couple times. I don't think I've seen the movies, the old ones, at all. But I had a fun time with this trailer. I love the blood sword scene.
Yes.
um, it's so good. And then lines from the game that I wasn't total. I mean, finish him. I was familiar with that, but it looks really like a fun time, like you said. It looks like it could be one. Not that this is hard to do. One of the better video game adaptations. But yeah, I think it looks fun.
Yeah, definitely. They did a good job. They sold me with that trailer for sure.
What other video game movies do you consider good or okay at least? Like
Well,
like Sonic the Hedgehog and Detective Pikachu. I thought those were pretty fun movies, and no one expected Sonic the Hedgehog to be that good. Uh, I didn't mind the Tomb Raider one, the new one with um like I can't think of her name right now.
Alicia
The
Vikander.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. It wasn't great or anything, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I think that, well, I'm a huge fan of Tomb Raider, and I actually love the Angelina Jolie movies, though they're definitely guilty pleasures. And I liked Sonic the Hedgehog, and I really liked Detective Pikachu. And like you said, I liked Tomb Raider too. Those are the only ones I can think of. Oh, Prince of Persia, I actually enjoyed
Huh,
with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, that one was decent, but everything else is garbage.
Next on our trailer reactions is Netflix's Zack Snyder's new film, Army of the Dead. So let's get
Woo.
into it. I don't know. I wasn't as amazed by this trailer as I know a lot of people seem to be. I don't know. I thought it looks good. Maybe I wish it was longer. Maybe that's the
Okay.
only. I just wish it was longer, but don't get me wrong. It looks really cool. And the helicopter falling at the end was really cool. And all the zombies. It does look like it'll be a good movie. I'm definitely gonna watch it. But I wasn't. I don't know. I was a little let down.
Huh.
I know.
Have you seen Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead?
Not
Okay.
yet.
Maybe
So
that's why I'm so excited about it. I personally am not a zombie person at all. I could care less about zombie movies, But if I were to pick one zombie movie that I would watch on a deserted island, it would be Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder's version. I think this is Zack Snyder coming back to form. I think he looks like he's having a blast directing the shit out of this movie. I love Dave Bautista. He's a great, foil for Zack Snyder, I think. And it's exciting to see him in a lead role. And it just looks colorful and different. The only thing that does worry me a little bit is that scene with all of the CGI zombies. That kind of makes it look like World War Z to me. But besides that, I think this movie looks so good. I'm so excited. It looks like it's going to be something different for the zombie genre.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree. Yeah, Dave Bautista. Yeah, I'm a big fan of him. Like, really, wrestlers turned to actors seem to just have such fun personalities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, The Rock, John Cena, Dave Bautista. So I'm really excited to see what he brings to this movie. But yeah, I agree with the bunch of zombies looking like World War Z. Yeah.
That could go wrong in a lot of ways, but hopefully they don't do too many scenes with all of the CGI zombies.
Yeah. But no, it looks pretty good. I have to check out the other one, Dawn of the Dead. Yeah.
Definitely check that one out. I think it will make you more hyped for this film.
Oh, okay. And Train to Busan was another really good zombie movie. Did you see? Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Train to Busan. I'm not as keen on it as a lot of people are. I think it's good, but yeah, I like it. Okay, so next up on our list is the new Pixar film, Luca. This might be a hot take, but I have not been this excited for a Pixar film in so long. When I first saw the pictures that they sent out, the stills of this movie, I was like, "Whoa!" Like, I love how it almost looks like claymation, kind of, and just the animation looks absolutely beautiful. I love the setting. I love this coming of age story, and then this kind of mythology thrown in that they're mer people. I just think this looks beautiful and like so much fun. I cannot wait for this movie.
So I 100% agree with everything you just said. I really have not been this excited for a Pixar movie. It looks so good. It looks beautiful, and I love coming of age stories, and then adding like more people into it. It different, and I think it's going to be better. But it Onward kind of because the mythical creatures, but I think it'll probably do it better. I like Onward, but no, yeah, I'm very excited for this. And the next trailer reaction on the docket is Shadow and Bone from Netflix. So I think it looks good. I think it looks very interesting and very intriguing, and I really like the effects and that dragon creature thing. Obviously, I haven't read the books like you're starting to, right? And I haven't read anything, or I didn't really know anything about this until this trailer. So I don't really know any of the mythos or anything, but it looks interesting. It looks like a mix of a lot of our favorite sci-fi fantasy stuff, like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and with its own lore. So it looks cool. I'm excited to watch it.
Yay! I'm excited that you're excited. Yeah, like you said, I'm on book 3 right now of the trilogy, and I really like this series. It's not as amazing as everyone, or at least to me, as everyone was saying it was, but I think it lends itself very well to a adaptation like this. I am so impressed with the visual effects. I think it looks epic in scope. And the budget looks exorbitant. I have no idea how much money they've spent on this thing, but I think it looks great. My only qualms are I don't like, and this is just because I've read the book, I don't really see the casting of the 2 lead characters, either of them, so that's a little bit of a bummer for me, but the casting of Ben Barnes from, I don't know if you recognized him in the trailer, but from Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian.
Yeah.
The casting for him is spot on. So happy with that. Not so happy with the lead casting, but we'll see how it goes. But I am beyond excited for this one.
Nice. Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching The Five. Please make sure to tune in with us every single week where we will be dishing all of the hottest and exciting news coming out of Hollywood.
And please comment down below, blow up those comment sections. What did you think of the different Spider-Man titles? What trailer are you looking forward to the most? We will see you next week.
Thank you so much, guys. See you soon.
You